Welcome to AlExplanations. If you're new to this channel, I usually focus on more educational videos, but today's a little different. This is the first sports related video that will be seen on this channel. And today we're talking about Super Bowl 60. So if you watched the big game yesterday, you saw two teams, a team wearing white and a team wearing blue. Two teams that did not lose a whole lot in the 2025-2026 NFL season. The team wearing white was the New England Patriots. The team wearing blue, the Seattle Seahawks. I'll give you a little background about myself. I am a Patriots fan, only when they're good. I'm a bandwagon fan. I'm not ashamed to admit it. If they're bad, I'm following the Ravens. I'm following, not the Cardinals, but I like Lamar Jackson. But if the Patriots are good, I'm there. 2014 was my first time seeing the New England Patriots win a Super Bowl. They had won 3 times before that, but I was just a baby. I was just a little kid. Didn't really get to watch them or enjoy them. I did see them lose to the New York Football Giants, so that was kind of tough when I was a kid. But 2014 against the Seahawks in the state that I live in, Arizona, I had watched that game again last week just to rewatch it. And it's always nice to see something when you know that your team's going to win. The Seattle Seahawks in that time was trying to win their second Super Bowl in a row. But the script writers had other plans. With the game sealing interception by the Patriots, a game losing interception by the Seahawks, and for it to go down to that last play, seeing the disappointment on the Seahawks, seeing the disappointment in Russell Wilson and the coach and the defenders, the fans, seeing how they felt in that moment is like, wow, that's something that I never want to feel in my life. The Patriots were Super Bowl champs for the 4th time in their franchise history. I was happy. I remember where I was when I was watching that game. It was just so much emotion. I was barely getting to know the rules of football, what a first down was, what penalties were, field goal, touchdowns, all that good stuff. And seeing them win was cool. My dad told me that history means nothing in sports because any given day, anything can happen. If you go out there in the Super Bowl and have a bad day, you're going to lose. If you go out there in the Super Bowl and have an amazing day, you're going to win. Anything that happened before then doesn't really matter in that moment. What was I hoping to see yesterday? Well, I was hoping to see a good game. And I did see a good game, but I was hoping to see a close one. And this game was close in points for a large part of it, but it was just a dominant performance from the Seattle Seahawks. Seahawks are more aggressive. They executed better. Sam Darnold didn't have like the amazing, jaw-dropping game, but he did do what needed to be done to win. Anytime that the Patriots got close to sacking him, to tackling him, a step to the right, boom, first down. Patriots are gonna get him. Go ahead forward a little bit. Run a little bit, first down. And those little things add up. And the Seahawks did more little things than the Patriots did. And they all added up and resulted in a Seahawks victory. The Patriot fan base is extremely spoiled. Just being in the Super Bowl after not having Tom Brady anymore is just like a miracle in its own way. You got to see some really good moments this year. Just weren't able to make them happen as much in the Super Bowl. One of the only highlights for the Patriots yesterday was Christian Gonzalez, man. You got to find the positives, even when there's a bunch of negatives around. Let's talk about the halftime performance. If you are living under a rock and don't know who performed, or maybe watched something else during that time, Bad Bunny was a performer for the 2026 Super Bowl 60. And everybody has their own opinions, and everybody can have their own opinion. There's nothing wrong with having opinions in here. I have my own opinion. Bad Bunny. I will be honest. I was a great fan of his music a couple of years ago. From an entertainment standpoint, there isn't really much you can complain about. Now, are there a couple of things that, you have a kid next to you watching it and they see something that can be a little bit, different for them and you might have to explain it to them? Yes, of course. But that's the thing with a lot of entertainment. There's always going to be something that that is going to have to be explained to kids, because there are things that are new to them that, adults are a little bit more used to seeing. And then, there are people that are complaining about it, that it's all in Spanish. That's cool, that's cool. I speak Spanish, un poquito. No, I speak Spanish. And even I didn't understand what he was saying. That's just how he is, So it's, if you look at it from an entertainment standpoint, and the NFL, the more you got to realize that these sports, okay, professional sports, all they want to do is earn money, okay, as much money as they can make. The players want more money, owners want to make more money, these commissioners, they want to make more money. And how can they do that? They get one of the biggest artists in the world, the Benito Bowl, as they were calling it. People are saying,
wait, there are football teams playing at the Bad Bunny concert today?
To reach more people, that's what they went and did, and it might have worked, putting more eyes on the game. I think it was a good show. I think my favorite part was seeing Lady Gaga come out, not because I'm like a Lady Gaga fan or anything, but the song that she sang, I think is a beautiful song, and just having it mixed with some, with some spices, changing it up a bit. It's just cool, that you're blending things together, because that's what America is, right? We're all from different places. We all come from different backgrounds, but we're here together. And that is a nice message that people should not have a problem with seeing. But some people do. Other than that, you see a lot of AI commercials. That's just how the things are going nowadays. But with the football game, talking about history, right? It's people during the game seeing the Patriots getting destroyed said,
the last time that Lady Gaga performed in a halftime show, the Patriots came back from 28-3.
That did not happen. And the Patriots were not down 25 points. There was a moment where they just needed 2 touchdowns, and they could not get anything going. It was just a dominant performance by the Seahawks. I am not upset that they lost. I'm not sad, because you got 6 of them things. And there are a lot of other people that go for different teams that can't say that, can't even say they have one. And again, that's not something that fans can control. You can follow whoever you want. If I wanted to follow the Cowboys and be miserable all my life, I could do that. If I wanted to follow the Cardinals and also be sad all my life, I could do that too. But I chose the Patriots as a kid, and I'm sticking to them. But it was good. It was good to see the Seahawks get redemption from 2014. Shout out the Seahawks, the coach that they have that is fairly new to being a head coach. Just everybody that, worked extremely hard to get to that moment, and they took advantage of it. Shout out the Patriots. Shout out Drake May. Didn't have his best game. Didn't have a good game either, but that's just how it is. If someone's gonna win, somebody else has to lose, and that had to be him. Patriots had to lose. The scriptwriters had a redemption for Sam Darnold, quarterback of the Seahawks. Being drafted by the Jets, being humiliated by the Patriots early in his career, being a backup quarterback for other franchises, getting his shot last year with the Vikings, them not wanting to commit to him long term, and then coming to the Seahawks in his first year, going to the Super Bowl, winning the whole thing. That's cool. That's cool storytelling. And if there's one thing that we can take from everything, is that love is more powerful than hate. A lot of people choose hate. A lot of people have hate. Choose love. I heard something in the radio the other day, is that if you don't know any good people, if you go around and you don't see good people, then be one. That's simple. I'll see y'all on the next one.